in the Signet Classic 1984 to page 211. Not the band from the 90s 311, page 211. At the bottom, a party member. So, I heard yesterday someone say, well, I feel like we already know all this stuff. Yeah, but we don't know it from Goldstein's perspective, if this is truly Goldstein's perspective. A party member is expected to have no private emotions and no respites from enthusiasm. He's supposed to live in a continuous frenzy of hatred of foreign enemies and internal traitors, triumph over victories, and self-abasement before the power and wisdom of the party. The discontents produced by his bare, unsatisfying life are deliberately turned outwards and dissipated by such devices as the 2 minutes hate and the speculations which might possibly induce a skeptical or rebellious attitude are killed in advance by his early acquired inner discipline. 212. So if it looked like a lot of you are doing at least a paragraph on 2 minutes hate, there's a page for you right there at the bottom. 211. Attitude are killed in advance by his early acquired inner discipline. The first and simplest stage of the discipline, which can be taught even to young children, is called, in newspeak, crime stop. So we're getting some new Easter eggs here, people, from Goldstein. Crime stop means the faculty of stopping short, as though by instinct at the threshold of any dangerous thought. It includes the power of not grasping analogies, of failing to perceive logical errors, of misunderstanding the simplest arguments if they are inimical to ingsoc, and of being bored or repelled by any train of thought which is capable of leading in a heretical direction. Heretical, heresy, against the orthodoxy. So I'm not going to stand when we're praying in my Catholic Mass. That's heresy, against the orthodoxy or the rules of the thing. Heretical, heresy. And I didn't mark my pace. Being bored in the heretical direction. Crime stop, in short, means protective stupidity. But stupidity is not enough. On the contrary, orthodoxy, in the full sense, demands a control over one's own mental processes, as complete as that of a contortionist over his body. Oceanic society rests ultimately on the belief that Big Brother is omnipotent and that the party is infallible. But since in reality Big Brother is not omnipotent and the party is not infallible, there is need for an unwearying moment-to-moment flexibility in the treatment of facts. The key word here is black-white. Like so many newspeak words, this word has two mutually contradictory meanings. Applied to an opponent, it means the habit of impudently claiming that black is white in contradiction of the plain facts. Applied to a party member, it means a loyal willingness to say that black is white when party discipline demands this. But it means also the ability to believe that black is white, and more, to know that black is white, and to forget that one has ever believed the contrary. This demands a continuous alteration of the past, made possible by the system of thought, which really embraces all the rest, and which is known in newspeak as doublethink. Woo! 212, dudes. There are some. I mean, you could right there. I can see at least 3 body paragraphs. I got one on Crime Stop. I got one on Newspeak. Maybe one on Big Brother, and then I got one on Doublethink. All from that page. I know you're marking it, right? But I'm going to mark it too, just so I don't forget. The alteration of the past is necessary for 2 reasons, bottom of 212. One of which is subsidiary and, so to speak, precautionary. The subsidiary reason is that the party member, like the proletarian, tolerates present-day conditions partly because he has no standards of comparison. So he keeps bringing this comparison thing up. You separate the masses so that this mass who's being oppressed by the government doesn't know that this mass has a better way of life. Just like we don't know how bad it is in the Democratic Republic of the Congo unless we're on the ground there, living life. We can read about it. No standards of comparison. Bottom of 212. He must be cut off from the past, just as he must be cut off from foreign countries, because it's necessary for him to believe that he is better off than his ancestors and that the average level of material comfort is constantly rising. But by far the more important reason for the readjustment of the past is the need to safeguard the infallibility of the party. It is not merely that speeches, statistics, and records of every kind must be constantly brought up to date in order to show that the predictions of the party were in all cases right. It is also that no change of doctrine or in political alignment can ever be admitted. For to change one's mind or even one's policy is a confession of weakness. I changed my mind on TikTok. If, for example, Eurasia or East Asia, whichever it may be, is the enemy today, then the country must always have been the enemy. And if